In this episode, we're diving into dam maintenance, an often overlooked yet critical part of farming. With the dry conditions of the 2024 season, understanding dam upkeep has never been more vital. From clearing out dead debris to managing silt traps and maintaining water quality, we'll cover it all. Learn how to preserve clay seals, ensure your dams remain productive, safe, and ready for future rainfall. Whether you're new to dam maintenance and management or looking to refine your approach, this episode is packed with practical tips and insights to keep your water supply flowing.
Tell me a little bit about dam maintenance and why it's important.
Your maintenance is pretty important to keep a reasonable water quality, and if you can clean them, you don't need to do it that often.
Yeah.
Particularly if your silt traps are working properly. And really it's just to get rid of the mud and whatever's starting to accumulate in them. And they all will accumulate.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you've got the best silt traps in the world, they'll still accumulate some stuff in them because there's suspended material in the water that's actually going through the pipes and whatever into the dams anyway.
Yeah.
But the more protection you can have and the better your silt traps work, the longer the period is between, your maintenance.
Can you tell me some of the best practices and the skills or sort of things to do versus things not to do when cleaning your dam?
Well, basically all you're chasing is the silt out of the dam and leave the clay there. Don't disturb the clay.
How long is a sort of dam clean take?
Depends on size and how much crap's in it, but the average size dam with the probably average amount of shit in, we can do 2, possibly 3 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but generally we try and do the silt traps, clean them while we're at the site. Some years the storm water is the only water they get.
Yep.
Winter rains just aren't big enough to seep water through or run water off catchments.
Yep.
So everything's got to be right so that they can actually. They're relying on that pipe to actually sieve or sort the shit, keep it outside and let water into the dam. And if that pipe's buried,
yeah,
you're basically just filling the silt trap with water and then it's bypassing. So you get nothing into the dam.
How often should they be cleaning them?
Depends on how often they have storms. But just drive-by will soon tell you, whether there's stuff in the silt trap that needs to come out.
Yeah.
And I try and set them up so that they can do it themselves. So they don't need contractors to be cleaning silt traps. If they do their maintenance, they have very good water supply and good clean water.
What is your sort of advice around pipe maintenance and sort of keeping them going?
We use about 8-inch and 12-inch pipes through the silt traps, and depending on the size of the dams, whether we use multiples or just singles. But the pipes themselves are pretty good. They don't generally block up because they're inverted, but it's just the inlet end is where the silt trap, above the silt trap side is where the stuff congregates and will actually block the inlet eventually. So really they're not getting the water in the dam. And if you don't get your summer storm water in dams, some years you just don't get any.
Yeah,
that's it. So that's so important.
What's the process to determine a dam enlargement?
Just to have a look at the site, talk to the farmer again, see what their requirements are. Clay quality, because not all dams have been drilled and put in good spots. But just working out if it's going to go sideways or if it just goes, the mouth of it goes straight uphill into the slope, whether there's going to be enough material to lift the wall enough, and setting your spillways.
Thank you for tuning into the Water Smart Dams podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and it gave you valuable insight into the effective water management practices that you can implement on your farm. This project is jointly funded through the Australian Government's Future Drought Fund and the Western Australian State Government's Agricultural Climate Resilience Fund.